the silent hierarchies of stardom, the night Yang Meimei faced the shadows behind the spotlight. Beijing glittered under 1,000 lights that evening, the kind of night when elegance and ego shared the same red carpet. It was supposed to be another Weibo night, the Chinese entertainment industry's grand showcase of prestige and perfection. Yet behind the sequins and flashes, what unfolded revealed something deeper, something raw, the unspoken hierarchy that governs who shines and who is shadowed. And at the center of it all stood Yang Meimei, the unseen order of the glamorous world. The entertainment industry dazzles from afar, but to those within, it is a meticulously crafted Vanity Fair where fame is currency and coffee position, a slang term for one's market rank, dictates everything. The placement of a seat, the order of a walk-on, even a host's introduction, every detail whispers the language of hierarchy. This year's Weibo night turned those whispers into a visible map of status. Li Qin and Zhang Ruoyun, both leads of the blockbuster celebrating more than years, should have shared equal glory. Instead, one sat in the second row, basking in visibility, while the other found herself in the shadows of the fourth. Jean Chen, whose all-or-nothing shattered box office records, was tucked away out of frame. Meanwhile, Li Yechen, no longer the most prolific in music or film, occupied the center of the front row, commanding every camera angle. Even Wang Yibo found himself entangled in quiet rebellion. His assigned seat, mysteriously numbered 227, carried a storm of online history. Backed by Lehua Entertainment, he refused to sit, tore off the tag, and chose to stand until a switch with Li Xian resolved the standoff. But perhaps the most symbolic story of the night belonged not to the men or the veterans, but to Yang Meimei. The moment the lights shifted. According to insiders, Yang Meimei's original seat was a coveted spot. Middle of the second row. Perfect lighting, perfect sight line, perfect camera coverage. It was, in the coded language of stardom, a sign of respect and rising power. Then, quietly, without explanation, her seat was given away. The name tag that bore Yang Meimei was replaced with Qian Meimei's, and Meimei herself was shifted to the corner, a visibly lower tier. Those who noticed said her expression changed instantly. The cheerful, confident smile that had become her signature dimmed. She arrived alone. Her co-star from the new drama, Yulong, hadn't received an invitation, and walked the carpet with the quiet grace of someone used to swallowing disappointment. When the host mentioned other actors, their dramas were praised in full. When it was her turn, the reference to her work was vague, that fantasy drama. Her introduction faded into silence. Later, when she went on stage to accept her award, Meimei joked with the other artists beside her, all dressed in black. No wonder the four of us always get hacked. It was a fleeting attempt at humor that couldn't hide the sting of reality. Afterward, she disappeared backstage and never returned to her seat. The anatomy of injustice. How could someone with her credentials be treated this way? Yang Meimei was no newcomer. She ranked first on Weibo's Celebrity Index the previous year, held strong again this season, and her popularity never wavered. Yet the cold mechanics of celebrity hierarchy often value alliances, politics, and unseen negotiations more than public love. Rumors spread quickly. Some netizens blamed Yang Zi, who, seated directly in front of Meimei, wore an elaborate traditional hairstyle that blocked a third of her camera angles. Others argued that it wasn't about Yang Zi at all, just the cruel geometry of fame, where one's view is literally determined by another's shadow. Yu Xuxin, another actress of the post-95 generation, had climbed higher that same night. Her strategic career moves, hit dramas, and rising popularity earned her a place beside top-tier veterans. Meanwhile, Meimei, despite critical acclaim and consistent effort, found herself quietly pushed aside. From rejection to recognition, the making of Yang Meimei. To understand why the moment cuts so deep, one must look back at her journey, a story not of privilege, but of persistence. As a child, Yang Meimei would watch the glowing figures on television and dream of being one of them. At 13, swept up by the Hallyu wave, she auditioned for SM Entertainment's overseas trainee program in Shanghai. She didn't make the cut. The rejection could have ended her dream, but instead, it sharpened her resolve. She pivoted, working as a model for clothing brands, appearing in countless photo shoots, and learning to command the camera not with words, but with presence. When short films and online dramas began emerging in China's youth culture boom, Meimei seized the moment. Her work with the studio Cat's Tree introduced her to audiences as a fresh, sincere face with emotional depth. The fans came quietly at first, then steadily. Her first major drama, Chaoga, 2016, gave her only a small part, but she treated it as if it were the lead. In 2018, Feng Qiu Huang showcased her duality, playing two sharply contrasting roles with elegance and conviction. Critics took note, fans began to rally. Then came 2019 Swagger, the fantasy series that transformed her into a household name. The show dominated online platforms, trending for weeks. Her charm, confident yet endearingly human, won the hearts of millions. Variety shows soon followed. Free from the constraints of scripted perfection, Meimei revealed her humor, spontaneity, and natural warmth. She became someone audiences could laugh with, not just admire. But success in the entertainment world is a fragile currency. Trials, twists, and public firestorms. Fate, it seems, never allows an easy ascent. Her drama love as a camp, co-starring Yulong, was plagued by scandal when producers were accused of embezzling nearly 10 million yuan. The show's release hung in uncertainty. Another project, Ningen Like a Dream, was pulled right after its announcement, officially for technical reasons, though online whispers blamed the involvement of a controversial supporting actor. Even off-screen, her words were twisted into ammunition. A light-hearted comment about character dynamics, the female tyrant always and the little fool later turned into the male tyrant and the little fool, was misinterpreted as misogynistic. What began as a joke spiraled into outrage, headlines, and harassment. Then came the so-called 3D gesture dance, labeled by critics as insulting women. The online backlash was relentless. Her gestures were dissected frame by frame, her intentions judged by strangers. And through it all, Meimei said little. She didn't lash out or justify herself. She endured. The price of grace. Behind the curtain of fame lies a quiet truth. Success demands not just talent, but endurance. In a culture obsessed with virality and hierarchy, Yang Meimei's calm dignity became her quiet rebellion. Insiders who have worked with her describe her as sincere, disciplined, and strikingly free of ego, a rare combination in an industry built on illusion. She treats crew members with respect, takes her craft seriously, and always greets fans with genuine warmth. Perhaps that is why her humiliation at Weibo Night resonated so widely. It wasn't just about a seat. It was about the unspoken reality every artist faces, how easily value can be shifted, how fleeting recognition can be, and how much strength it takes to stay soft in a world that rewards hardness. Beyond the spotlight, a reflection. The night may have passed, the cameras may have turned away, but the question remains, what does it mean to truly make it in an industry built on constant comparison? For Yang Meimei, perhaps the answer lies not in front row seats or trending tags, but in persistence, the courage to keep walking forward even when the path tilts away. Her story mirrors countless others who give their youth, vulnerability, and dreams to a system that often forgets them the next day. And yet, she endures, not through scandal or spectacle, but through the quiet conviction that real artistry survives beyond fashion, politics, and power.